Can Marvel get its groove back? Alan and I watched the entire Hall H panel of Marvel, and we were underwhelmed. We saw there was a preview of Avengers Doomsday, got a little tease for a brand new day, and they announced 2 new films, Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling and Black Panther 3, and they introduced the new Black Panther. But from the wrap, here is this story. Alan, you have notes.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Marvel used his Hall H presentation at San Diego Comic-Con to make a case that the studio is ready for a comeback after a disappointing 2025, and 2024, and 2023, and 2022. Rather than leaning entirely on Avengers Doomsday, Marvel unveiled a new direction centered on standalone heroes, announcing Ghost Rider starring Ryan Gosling, Black Panther 3 with David Johnson as the new Black Panther. The shift signals a return to the character-driven storytelling that helped make the Marvel Cinematic Universe a global phenomenon. Marvel's recovery will depend on refocusing on quality over quantity. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige admitted the studio has been stretched too thin and confirmed that only one Marvel film is scheduled for 2027, allowing more time to develop each project. Combined with strong early reactions to Spider-Man Brand New Day and positive reception for Avengers Doomsday footage at Comic-Con, studio appears to be rebuilding momentum. While Marvel still faces major tests at the box office, changing audience tastes, the company is returning to the formula that made it Hollywood's most successful franchise.
Well, one thing you can observe just by what we were shown is that they have dialed back. What we saw at Comic-Con was an announcement of 2 new movies, and then everything else was movies we already were aware were coming out. They clearly are pulling back on their slate, and that's a valid question to ask. Can Marvel get its groove back? I just don't think. I think event movies in the Marvel universe will do well. Avengers movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you scale the budget to smaller, something like Ghost Rider can do well. But I really don't care about a 3rd Black Panther movie when, Chadwick Boseman is not in it. I really feel they should have recast. They should have recast the Black Panther and not have his sister replace him for a movie. Just don't agree with that decision. And then Ghost Rider is really a remake of a Nick Cage movie that they've already made. It's like a reboot of Ghost Rider. Not exciting. I think a lot of people have called it out. And I think really you're looking at, Marvel can't just decide to make a movie. They need funds approved from the parent company, i.e. Disney, I think you're going to see them taking fewer risks. And what we saw with Ghost Rider and with Black Panther 3, very safe choices that if the budget is scaled to reasonable amount, those will probably do well. Those will do well. What are your thoughts, Alan?
My thoughts is I think Marvel Studios leadership doesn't know what they're doing. I don't think they know. I'm not talking about Kevin Feige. I don't think he has an idea of what's coming out really after Secret Wars. The sense I get with the 2 announcements, first of all, with Ghost Rider, it's like when Ryan Gosling walked into Kathleen Kennedy's office and said, "Hey, I have an idea for Star Wars," and she says, "Great, please do it, please." And I get the same thing that happened here. He walks into Kevin Feige's office and says, "Hey, I've always wanted to play Ghost Rider. In fact, I did a whole podcast talking about wanting to do it." And Kevin Feige says, "Yes, please. Can you do it, please?" That's not Kevin Feige putting Ghost Rider out there. That's Ryan Gosling putting Ghost Rider out there. And maybe, look, regarding Black Panther, they come in 3s. And Black Panther is due for a 3rd, and Ryan Coogler is due for a 3rd. And so that seems like a no-brainer at that point. Okay, I'm exhausted. I don't know what to do past Secret Wars. Yeah, just do Black Panther 3.
Those are safe choices. Those are safe choices.
Yeah, because it requires no thought on Kevin Feige's part. If someone came to him, said, I want to do this, and he says, yes, I'll greenlight it. Because what really should have happened at that panel was an X-Men announcement.